Oh, it's getting proper cold in here now. We've got just over 6 degrees. So that's why I've got 3 jumpers on, just in case you thought I looked a little bit weighty. And I've still got a little bit of painting that I'd like to get done before it actually gets proper cold. And that's the 2 cab doors and the rear valance for the bus. I've finally got the holy grail of nuts delivered. So that's the original steering column nut. And there's its replacement. Obviously the same size thread on the replacement nut. The original, there's no way I would have been able to get a socket around the side of that to enable me to get that boss on there. The new one, ample enough room. You can see that, plenty of room. Now, have a guess how much this little nut cost. I pretty much looked everywhere in the UK for this. But in the end, I had to get it from the States. So this $3 nut turned into a $21 nut. So that's about 17.5 quid in proper money. Just to mention as well, there is no way that I'm going to actually meet either personal deadline on the VW Run 22. I challenged myself as part of it to actually get the bus completely done and painted. And to get the engine installed into the Beetle. And it's not going to happen this side of Christmas. Which I guess is halfway there, but not quite complete. Just done a quick little bit of sanding and I've cleaned both doors down. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to run a little heat gun over them just to get the temperature up a little bit before I actually do any painting to them. And again, it's by no means going to be the last coat of the actual Savannah beige. It's just to initially get a coat on there just so I can go and get them nice and flat another day. I'm actually hoping to get everything in one colour and then get it all thrown on the bus and then giving it its final coat with all the panels on there. I'm actually a little bit concerned about the paint drying out for the length of time that I've had it. If you've got any tips of storing paint, put in the comments below. This one ain't dried out at all. This one's good. Well, that's definitely not going to dry anytime soon. But I'm going to attempt to move them out of the way, probably on top of the bus. Let them dry for the next 3 months. Next is to make a strap for this fluid cylinder. The old one's manky and too short. I ain't seen this for a while. Couple of little bends here and there. Just like that. So I'm going to continue to take the rest of the plastic off. That's going to give me an opportunity to renew it all, and I'll be able to sand any areas that need attention. This is why you got to change out your plastic, look. And that ends up all in your paintwork. Proper messy, look. One thing I did forget is to take that cancelling ring off the old steering wheel. hopefully it's a straight fit with the new one. There we go. Gonna clean that up a little bit. Get all that old paint off. Hope it's in the right orientation. There we go, she's back in the warm. It's way too cold. Got the boss on there with the cancellation ring for the indicator. Now I'm going to start putting everything back on there. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to manoeuvre the car. I might even turn the car fully round. It's going to prove easier for me to get that engine in at the end of the day, which is sitting over there in the corner. Got that brake master cylinder cleaned up with some of the silver paint I used on the gearbox, the oil resistant stuff, but didn't necessarily want to do it silver, but that's all I had to hand. And just looking at where it passes through the Napoleon's hat there, you meant to have two metal sleeves. One of them's actually missing. Hopefully it's in there somewhere. I'll have a little dig about in a minute. This one's a little ski whiff. Just need to straighten it out for the bolt to pass through. There it is. Now you've got to run these, otherwise you're just going to crush these two pieces of metal together when applying the brakes. Yep, that's going to be my lot for this year. So make it better than it was. I'll see you on the next one.